Girl, we are recording. All right, Revival Outdoorsmen here. Got a special treat for us today. I've got my daughter, Dixie Lynn, with us today. And this is snow day for me. We're right here at, we're about an hour south of Atlanta. Some of us had snow around West Georgia. Some of us didn't. Anyway, I thought this would be a good opportunity to film a little bit and just get out here. And I gotta get outside. It's not too cold to fish, but some of the ramps may be iced over, so I'm a little worried about that. Though I did think about it. Got something cool today. Got something neat, real neat, and wanted my baby girl to be here with my daughter. I'm putting together kind of a video. I've got my grandfather's tackle box that quite honestly, it's been in my basement since he's died a couple of years ago. I think probably about 8 years ago now, and I've not been able to bring myself to go through it. Not that it's bad, it was just an odd deal. My grandfather, for those who don't know, my grandfather was the one who introduced me to the outdoors, and it was a passion of his, and it was a passion of mine. He grew up on the river, or I grew up on the river fishing rather, and he didn't bass fish. Now, if he caught a bass, he wouldn't complain, but he didn't go after bass. He went after the big fish, whether it was a hybrid, a striper, a 30-pound catfish, flathead, whatever. He just wanted a big fish. And so going through his tackle box, is neat to see. I did find 2 bass lures that I was kind of show y'all. And this is kind of neat. And I've got to do some research on it and to see exactly what it was. What's neat about this little lure is you could screw. There's a little keeper here, and you screwed that off and on to change the hooks. And it doesn't weigh a whole lot. I have no clue how old this is or anything. This box, it was, some people may call it a throw box. He had a little bit of everything. But most likely this came from the 80s, 70s, 80s, maybe 90s. I'm not sure, but I know it's not even any newer than that. But really neat to see. Just kind of looking and going through here. They were mostly just hooks. I found this deal right here, and I don't know if it's like a flutter spoon or what you call exactly. It's a kind of an odd deal, and maybe it kind of fluttered down like that. No clue. Don't remember him using this, but he had it in here for some reason, and so it may have been a striper thing using the river. The hooks, I don't know, just tons of hooks. What was cool, this may have been, it was really neat to see. This may have been the start of shaky heads. I don't know. It was this is a jig head. What I think he just put it on a little curly tail grub and would run it for stripers and hybrids. I don't know if you can see it or not. But it was so huge. And but he had it. He would throw a curly tail jig out there for stripers and hybrids. But anyway, I'm going to put some more content out on going through the box. But I just wanted to. One of the reasons why I brought my daughter out here was I just wanted to talk a bit about why it's so important to take the kids hunting and fishing. I see a lot of guys going and don't take their kids, and for whatever reason that's none of my business. But I want to talk to the point of how important it is to get your kids, your nieces and nephews, your grandchildren out in the outdoors. I was, like I said, my grandfather took me, and I don't know where I would be today without the outdoors. I'm a pastor. I work a full-time job, but I'm also a pastor. But I don't know where I would be without God, and I don't know where I would be without the outdoors. And so it's very important, and to take your kids hunting and fishing, and let the next generation see see how important it is. And you know, here's the thing. All my children, I have 6 children, 6 kids. A lot of people say, "Wow, that is a lot." It's a lot, and you know, it's not for the weak-hearted. Here's the thing. Maybe not all of them will grow up and hunt to fish. I've showed every one of them how to hunt and fish. I have some kids. One of my sons, he doesn't care a lot about fishing. He likes to hunt. But I've took him fishing a lot. But I've took him hunting a lot, and he just prefers to go sit in the stand. And I've got some kids that like to fish better. We're going to be doing some videos this summer with one of my children that like to fish a lot, and one of them, her and Mason, my next son, he's 14. They love fishing. They would rather go fishing than hunting. Doesn't matter as long as they're outside. And this is the point I want to make. It doesn't matter. If some of my kids may grow up and may not hunt and fish, but the lessons that they learn from that, they will carry on until their adulthood. And I feel like that's important. The getting up early and the commitment and what it takes to. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes it's cold. Sometimes it's hot. Sometimes it's windy. Sometimes it's rainy. Whatever the elements are, whatever the situation is, sometimes it can get tough. We all know that. Sometimes it can be great, and the reward pays off. The reward is worth it. The adrenaline you get when you shoot a 10-point buck, or the adrenaline you get when you catch a 7-8 pound bass, or whatever, 5-pound bass, 4-pound bass, a 2-pound crab, whatever, a mess of crappie. There's a reward, and working for that reward is the lesson. We're adrenaline junkies, and we love to be outside, and it that's what it's about, is the chase. I tournament fish a lot, and when I succeed in a tournament, that is it's everything. It's what you work for. But there's you work for it, and then you succeed and you have success. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you work real hard and you don't come back with anything. But you are always remember this: going into the woods and going on the water, you're a lot lighter when you come back than when you first went in. And I'll let you think about that one. But getting back to the kids, all my kids may not hunt and fish. My oldest is 23. My daughter's 23, and she grew up on the front of the boat. And in the woods, just take her squirrel hunting. She doesn't hunt anymore, and occasionally she will fish, and she'll go on the boat and ride. But she still will talk about memories of when I would take her out there. She learned life lessons, and I hope to have this one, my last one, Dixie Lynn. She's a character. Such a joy and such a gift from God. But they may not all hunt and fish, but it's okay if they don't. They'll never forget the life lessons they learned in the outdoors. And so that's why, if you watch this, if you subscribe, if you hear me, if you've seen my show, you hear me say repetitively, take someone hunting and fishing, take a kids fishing and hunting and whatnot. there's a reason for that, and it's because the people will learn life lessons, and on this society, children need constructive things. They need something tangible they can hold and put in their hands, and fish and ducks and deer, and they can learn how to process that, and they can learn how to the reward that it comes from hard work. And I think they learned a lot of life lessons: disappointment, failure, but they also learned success, rewarding, and getting in outdoors and enjoying what God has given us. So I'm going to go through a video. We're going to do some more videos about what was in my grandfather's tackle box, and some cool lures from the 70s and whatnot. But I just wanted to do a show and encourage you. Take kids hunting and fishing, and there's a reason for it. They'll never forget it. You'll never forget it. And you'll be blessed if you expose your children to the outdoors. You'll be more blessed if you expose them to God. That's first and foremost. But you'll be blessed if you get them outdoors and see what God has in store. See the handiwork. Anyway, thank y'all for coming along. Thank y'all for watching these videos. Kind of a neat deal, and I think God is really doing a work through me. I'm getting more out of anything, if anything. Revival Outdoorsman. Take a kid hunting and fishing. You'll be glad you did. Thanks for coming along.